of hope or a call for Nigerians to embrace peace and unity? And what role must ordinary citizens play to ensure that peace continues to reign across the country? Stay with us today as we explore this powerful declaration with its distinguished academic, a disciple of Sir Guru Maharaji, a man with deep knowledge of the teachings and message of Sir Guru Maharaji. Good day, wonderful listeners, and welcome to another enlightening edition of Sir Guru Maharaj Hour on JDN Radio 101.5 FM. My name is Somolola Kalejai Damisa, and it is always a privilege to come your way with conversations that inspire hope, promote peace, and encourage unity among Nigerians. So today, we are focusing on the declaration that has attracted attention and given hope to many people, which is there will be no war in Nigeria, come what may. Nigeria is a nation that is blessed with diverse cultures, languages, traditions, religions, and people. But yet, despite these challenges, sometimes create fear and uncertainty. And the message from Sir Guru Maharaji remains one of peace, of hope, of unity, and confidence in the future of the nation. So to help us understand this declaration and its deeper meaning, we have a special guest. He's a professor, like I said the other time, an academic here, and a disciple of Sir Guru Maharaji, in person of Professor Mugoke Agba Oluwaseunire Obaga. Good afternoon to you, sir.
Good afternoon.
How do you do, sir?
How do you do, too?
All right, Professor, Sir Guru Maharaji's declaration that there will be no war in Nigeria, come what may, is a very strong and a reassuring statement. So for listeners who may be hearing about this declaration for the first time, what exactly does this declaration mean to Nigerians?
Thank you very much. Very important question. Now, it means a beacon of hope for every Nigerians and African, because the whole of Africa is waiting for Nigeria to wake up. And that is why when Maharaji in 1993, when there was this drum of war and the then information minister under the Babangida regime was drumming drums of war all over the place in Nigeria. And people were running helter-skelter from place to place, from north to south, from south to north, from east to west, from everywhere. People were just running. They don't want to die because it was information minister. That is a person of minister. I'll remember his name as we go on. Something Morije. Yes. So he declared that there's going to be war in Nigeria. People should go away to wherever they are coming from. And people were running from everywhere. And there was a lot of accidents that were, people packed their belongings from the north to the south, from the south to the north, and from the east to the west, from Lagos to the east. And people that anywhere they have businesses, they closed their business. Some people sold their products, sold everything they had. And it was so serious. And we also gathered information that then the government of that time, Babangida, had imported ammunitions that in a ship. And that ship that came was written on top Maharaji. And that ship sank.
Allegedly?
Yes, allegedly. Not allegedly, it is a truth. And because the Baba was called in after one of them sank, another one came again and loaded with ammunitions and arms. And so when they called him in, by the time he got there, Maharaji changed that, all those weapons that were in a full loaded ship, turned them to bread.
Professor, you're talking about 1993, right?
1993, yes. There was war. It was very palpable. It was only Guru Maharaji that came out and mounted the speaker on his car and moving from Lagos to Ibadan here, and he was throwing bread. He said the bread that he has turned, the ammunition he has turned to bread, he will give them to people to eat. Till today, Mahdi still buy bread and sharing it to people. Say those ammunition they brought to Nigeria is giving them to people to eat as bread. And that was it. And so when Babangida came to the Tinkan Isle or whatever they call it, Apapa, to come and see whatever, they surprised him, say, is it that we don't have bread in Nigeria? That is why you went to bring bread from Turkey. And that was it. So Babangida was surprised. Said,
so you mean to say those ammunition turned to bread? Everything
turned to bread in that ship. And that is the bread Nigeria has been throwing ever since. That is the weapon they wanted to use to destroy Nigeria. So the campaign of war in Nigeria was stopped. That was in May 29, when Maraji declared Nigeria as the new holy land of the universe. So after May program, they were not resting on their oars. People were still running here and there, accident, armed robbery, and people lost their belongings. So from May, June, July, then August, the drum of war was still going on to destroy Nigeria and make Nigeria a pocket handkerchief state. That Nigeria would be broken into so many states as at that time if there was war. Because Mahdi was concerned about the Biafran war that took about 2 million Nigerians away like that. And at the end of the day, they said, no victor, no vanquished. How do you say that? Since then, the Easterners have been pushed out of the system of the political equation of Nigeria. Nobody wants to work with them. And because they are still having what just got ended there just a few months ago with the IPOB man being judged, because they have been looking for a way to reenact the Biafran war. And a lot of people died in the eastern part.
Talking about the eastern ward, Professor, do you mean to say that the Igbo people, because of the Biafra war that took place in 1916, or what year did that happen then? Do you mean to say that is why they have not been given the chance to rule?
You were not alive then, maybe. And
I'm still in my mother. I'm still in the heaven.
So now that you are back to heaven, this is the heaven given to us by Maraji. So because of that one, you know, everything has been at a disadvantage.
Papa, you witnessed that?
Yes, I did.
I
witnessed it. Yes, I was.
How was it?
It was bad though. It was bad because we had not seen the military as at that time, and we were coming out because in my state, Edo State, the Biafran were there first and foremost because they want to outrun some of the southern states, Midwest then, and all the Calabar state them and all those kind of states that were there. They wanted the Biafran to occupy those. Actually, they occupied everywhere, and they were going towards Lagos and other adjoining states. And when the military took over and wanted to fight, 1968, 9, and 70, and when the war invariably ended, they came from the north and they were coming towards Edo State. They entered Edo State. Some of the bridges were broken, and some of the Biafran started running, and they were breaking the bridges that will lead them to be captured. And they went to Benin. As they went towards Benin and occupying all those places in Warri, that was what happened. And there was complete disorganization. And some of the Biafrans that were on the side of Agenibude were left inside the bush, and they were passing bush and trekking towards Benin side. And of course, the real road that were there, they have occupied the road, and anyone that is caught with a cob of corn that they have been eating inside the bush like animal, were asked to go and greet Ojuku. And once you enter, poo, poo, poo. And once they shoot you like that, where the bullet enters, it's like a needle's place. But on the other side, you come and see the intestine outside. Wow. If not brain, you see everything scattered. And that is what we were seeing. People were killed in numbers.
Okay, because of that, do we say that is why, because Nigeria, do you mean to say Nigeria cannot withstand another war? Because
yeah, that's what Maraji has given to us.
Is that why Maraji declared?
Yes, Maraji said there is no war in it, because if you see what war does, apart from that, the war that lasted 3 years, my friend, people were eating themselves. People were eating no salt. There is nothing like food to eat. And it was that time that Awolowo came and give them a battle of this not carrying food to them again. And there was no food to eat. It was after that one, Awolowo said, you cannot be feeding people to be fighting you. When he said that one, that was one, they stopped any food item coming there. Anywhere they want to bring food to them, they will allow them to pass. And that is when the war ended. Because it was hunger war that stopped the fight. And that one they realized that they don't have to. So because of that, they don't want to have anything again to do politically with the things that happened again. So Maraji came in and said, no, Nigeria is one. Nobody can divide Nigeria into two. Nigeria is one and must always be one. He's the owner of this world. Now he's in Nigeria. He's the maker and the creator of everything. So we are one. Nobody can divide us.
Okay, Professor, this declaration by Sir Guru Maharaji, is this based on spiritual knowledge, divine assurance, or the teachings of Sir Guru Maharaji?
Maharaji is the father of all. Not only Nigeria, the whole world. He's the owner of the place. He has come to use Nigeria as the base, as the nucleus culture of the Nigeria to become the nucleus state. That is the place, the home of the creator, to actually free the whole world from the manipulation of negative forces of creation. Because the world was threatened. You know, Nostradamus came, the Maharaji had to stop Nostradamus making Nigeria, to making the whole world to collapse. They said by July 6 and 7, the world was coming to an end. That was another struggle. But what we are talking about now is why Maharaji has to declare in OGTV on August 16. He said he went to OGTV and announced that after declaring Nigeria as the new holy land of the universe, and there was still skirmishes that, okay, it might happen, it may not happen, Maharaji said, no war in Nigeria, come what may. And it was a decree, and it's a law, and it's binding. Since then, there has not been any war. People know, yes, there has not been any war in Nigeria.
Professor,
yes.
When Sir Guru Maharaji says, come what may, what should Nigeria understand from those words? Come what may.
It's left for people who understand what come what may is. Because it is a decree. It is something that you can never change, no matter how you try. And they've made several attempts to cause coup in the Nigeria from that time. It has never succeeded. Since he declared it, no war in Nigeria again, several attempts have been made here and there, and recently another one came up under the leadership of Tinubu, and it failed. And every other attempt, because at that time, Babangida said, so there's not going to be any successful war in Nigeria, any successful coup in Nigeria, and it has never been. And you know, following any coup, there's going to be war, people will be killed, and so many other things will happen. But Maharaji declared it as a rule, as a law, as a decree that nobody, no matter whoever you are, as the father of creation and the owner of the entire creation. And since then, there has not been any war. Even people that are masquerading from the north, fighting the Middle East, Middle Belt, try to cause a fight here and there, coming to the south, like it happened the other day, and you see there were all kinds of trepidations, try to create something in your state here, and it has been happening in the east, killing people and causing war. The cattle Fulani men causing problems all over the place. There has not been any war. They are looking for war, but Maharaji said, no war, you can't cause it, because Maharaji had decreed it.
Okay.
That is what we are celebrating on the 16th of August. We are in now. Very soon, people will be coming from far and near to be part of that celebration. So every person is invited to be there.
Okay, does the declaration mean that Nigeria may never experience challenges or conflict, political tension, or insecurity?
There is a lot of insurgents already going on. We know that people are not happy. It's a world of the existence of light. Maharaji has come. Heaven has been brought from wherever we thought it was to the mother earth. And so the village is a place of conflict resolution. conflict resolution between individuals. We have conflict within us. We have conflict between us, and we have conflicts in different places in the world and in Nigeria. As we talk now, all the kind of indices of that will cause war in a country, the one that has happened in Nigeria is greater than what is happening in the areas where they are fighting the Middle East. We don't know why they are killing themselves out of maybe they want special recognition as people that have high standard of living, and they are creating war for people to buy their weapons or nuclear weapons. They are fighting other people not to establish weaponry or not to establish nuclear something. Some are threatening the other side with a weapon, like we had this morning that North Korea is threatening, what do you call him? Call them in Japan for trying a missile from America. So the kind of causing that kind of hegemony over who is controlling the world in terms of power. And they sell this into poor nations. They sell small arms to all of us so that we can be killing ourselves. See the wars going on in different parts of the Middle East now. And there is the Hormuz problem caused by what Trump came to bomb Tehran and all those kind of places, and both need to be this and that. So in Nigeria, you can't try it here because Maraji is here taking control. And they are also paying for what they did to the black man, who is the senior brother of the white man. Yes. So because of that, we are just looking at them, and Maraji is telling them to stop all that kind of fighting that is going on. But whatever you sow, you reap. There's no need for this kind of prayer. People are praying up and down. It doesn't work. Maraji is here himself. So every person, whichever where you belong, whichever religion, be you Scythoism, be you this, be you that, the father of creation is here. Every person should come and recognize Maraji that is here in Nigeria, the original home of the creator.
You made mention of prayer the other time. Does that mean prayer does not answer? Or what do you call prayer? What do you understand by the word prayer?
Well, it's a vibration that you want to communicate with your maker. And sometimes the way we do it now, you pay money for people to pray for you. Some of the worship houses, you go and pay money so that they can pray for you. You commit sin today, you commit another one tomorrow, throughout the week. Maybe by weekend, you now go to meet who is calling the man of God to put hand on you and say that you are blessed, your sins have been forgiven. What of the one they are committing themselves? Are they not also committing? He is praying for you. Instead of doing that, call the name Guru Maharaji, not God. Call Guru Maharaji and let Maharaji talk to Guru Maharaji. You experience Maharaji. The moment you call Guru Maharaji, the real name of the creator, something happens. It's not when you pray and God will just do as somebody that is deaf. That is not the name of the creator. God means generator, operator, and destroyer. God does not destroy. The Almighty Father, Saguru Maharaji, does not destroy. He gives and gives and gives and provides. And that is where we are. So the moment we now have the sword of prayer, we are given to pray without ceasing. What of the prayer you'll be saying ever since you were born? Which one of them has been answered? And they say, put on the screen. God is behind me. God is behind you, and your motto go as is every person in the vehicle will die.
Do you mean to say you don't pray in the village, in Saguru Maharaji village?
We meditate, we don't pray. We meditate. You have to go inside because you are the temple of the creator, and the creator is inside you, and it is the creator that does everything for you. That's why we are talking about divine knowledge. When he gives you the divine knowledge, you relate to God inside. What makes you to be what you are is that special essence of Guru Maharaji that is you, that is inside you, that he has given to you. So you relate to Guru Maharaji inside instead of looking for external bodies to pray for you. There is no need for prayer because you are like someone that has been held by a trap that is set for you. As you are calling Satan, call this one, Satan, and you are praying at a very loud voice. He'll be looking at you and be laughing at you, whoever you are calling Satan. And it is you that whatever you sow, you must reap. So because you now know that Maharaji has come and said, you should not continue to sow what you don't want to reap. Because like the golden rule is, do unto others what you like to do, you like them to do unto you. And that is the foundation of love in the world. And now everything you see and everything you don't see is Guru Maharaji. Yes.
Okay, let's go back to that declaration of no war by Sir Guru Maharaji. How should Nigerians distinguish between the assurance of no war and the reality that the country still faces security challenges?
Yes, thank you very much. Maharaji came out ever since he came 1980. We just done the appearance program now, the 46th one. Ever since Maharaji has been here, he has been shouting at the top of the voice. He's on radio, he's on television. We're on radio now. Maharaji is on television. Maharaji is everywhere in Facebook and internet, telling the whole world that the father has said, check the internet. You see Maharaji's face everywhere. And he said, call Guru Maharaji, not God. And now, it is left for you to try and test Guru Maharaji to realize what Maharaji is saying. Anytime you have opportunity, whatever the problem is, call the name Sat Guru Maharaji, the father of creation. And he will come to manifest. He said, call me, don't call God. God is resting. Since they say he created the world, he has since been resting. He has not woken up from slumber. But Maharaji is here, that we have seen. Yes. So you call the name Maharaji, and you get answers to your problem. Now he's giving us opportunity. You make a difference. He said you should call Maharaji, test, try, and experience Guru Maharaj before you believe. Because he's ready to solve your problem. He's your father, he's my mother,
Professor,
he's my uncle. Yes.
Professor, I've hosted some of your disciples there, and some of them have called Sir Guru Maharaji God. And now you're saying they should not call God. Do you mean to say Sir Guru Maharaji is not God?
Oh, Sir Guru Maharaji is the one that makes us gods. That is said in the scriptures. When you read it, say, ye are gods. By the time you receive Sir Guru Maharaji, the knowledge he gives makes you a god of some sort. Yes, that is what he makes us God. The way we understand it, sometimes in the books we read, you have small letter God, you have a big letter God. Then we also talk of the Almighty God. That is the way we understand it, the way we both give it to us. But the real meaning of God is G-O-D, generator, operator, and director. That is the name Oyibo man calls the creator. So he believes that there is a power in man that generates, operates, and directs man. So they also will say that God is a destroyer. That if you are not careful, God will destroy you. They will say that God gets annoyed with people and destroy whatever he has already done. He regretted that he created man. How can that be? Maharaji has created man as the crown of creation. He created everything and he loved it and said everything is good. It's in the scripture. So Maharaji cannot be that kind of person you put in such a way. He's the highest spirit in creation. He's the custodian of all the spirits, positive and negative. His power is above every one of them. And every person bows. Every forces bow when they see Maharaji.
Thank you very much, Professor Muguki Agba Oluwaseunire Obaga, for doing this with us this very afternoon. So come August 16, there will be another activities that will be going on in the village.
Exactly.
Which is
no war in Nigeria, come what may.
No war in Nigeria, come what may. All
yes.
right. Thank you, Professor, once again for doing this with us.
Thanks, Maharaji.
All right, that's a wrap for today on Sir Guru Maharaj Half Hour on JDN Radio 101.5 FM. Okay. Citizen, I will just continue to tell us to reject violence, avoid spreading fear and unverified information, promote justice, and work together for a peaceful and united Nigeria. My name is Omolola. Keep it locked to JDN Radio 101.5 FM.